I'd like to start off by raising a question. How many of you out there have been affected by some type of mental health disorder such as PTSD, depression, anxiety, or bipolar disorder? I'm willing to bet at least a few of you out there are. Many people, including myself, have suffered from one or more of these, and it can be scary for me. I have a tremendous fear and insecurity about being around other people in public places. For others, it may be that they simply don't trust themselves or the behaviors they are capable of. I'm here to raise some awareness about a type of assistant animal that doesn't get very much attention and hopefully shed some light on their benefits. I will go in depth about how these emotional support animals can help people with a mental health disorder. I will address some of the controversy amongst establishments and allow assistant animals amongst establishments that allow assistant animals and go through some of the laws I found intriguing. Emotional support animals provide a great sense of relief to help people who need them, but there should be limitations on where these animals should be allowed in public places and where they can travel with their owners. I will now take you through some of the mental health disorders and how emotional support animals can act as a parallel to traditional medicine. First and foremost, that live with a health-related disorder. This is the equivalent of 1 out of 5 people who suffer from some type of mental illness, according to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Many of these health disorders are treatable with medicine, but many end up needing more than just traditional medicine alone. Many of the behavioral disorders need some level of companionship to help ease their anxiety, and this is where emotional support animals are very useful and therapeutic. There is a difference between service animals and emotional support animals in tasks, in that service animals are trained for specific tasks to help compensate for a disability suffered by an owner. Emotional support animals may be trained but are usually not, and their sole responsibility is to provide companionship to their owner. This job is no less important, especially when dealing with a mental health disorder. The topic I want to focus on today is the privileges provided to a service animal versus those provided to an emotional support animal. Mental health is an ever-growing problem in our country, and the number of people suffering from some type of mental illness now outnumbers the number of people suffering from physical disabilities, such as blindness, deafness, paralysis, etc. There are new mental illnesses being diagnosed every year, such as PTSD, millions of dollars on for treatment care, an important factor for treatment from these mental illnesses. People suffering from mental illnesses actually draw comfort from animals. People have found comfort in everything from snakes and spiders to different types of birds to more of the traditional types of pets, such as dogs, cats, guinea pigs, hamsters, and others. This broad range of animals is one of the many things that cause lawmakers problems in trying to build laws for emotional support animals. Almost all service animals are dogs, which keeps things simpler when trying to construct laws around animals and their public privileges. According to Title II of the ADA, or American Disabilities Association, individuals with disabilities shall be permitted to be accompanied by their service animals in all public entities. Laws are designed to keep people safe, and it is very hard to build a law around many different types of animals that all have different potential for being trained in a way to keep the animal and the public safe when that animal is in public. Public safety is the primary reason ESAs will not get the same support as service animals. Service animals are trained by licensed professionals to behave in a safe manner in many different situations. They are certified to perform the tasks that they are trained to do, and with it, certifications with that certification comes the comfort that the dog will be very disciplined and behave in public around all types of people, no matter how uncomfortable that animal may get or how strong the animal's natural instincts may get in a situation. This training creates a basis for which lawmakers can build laws to allow the owners to take these dogs anywhere the public can go. However, some people will try to get around this. According to the American Kennel Club, dog owners can receive a vest and certificate for an untrained pet just because they want their dog with them. The American Kennel Club goes on to explain the exploitation of service dogs. Service dog laws is a federal crime. ESAs, on the other hand, are not subject to any kind of training, and because of that, lawmakers cannot feel confident in creating laws for these animals, because every animal has some level of unpredictability, and that is especially true for untrained animals. As I said before, public safety is the key around this discussion. The public has a certain level of comfort around traditional pets such as dogs, cats, guinea pigs, and hamsters, but when you start introducing animals such as birds, snakes, spiders, etc., that comfort level goes away quickly. There is also the predatory nature of some animals that could cause problems if multiple ESAs were sharing the same space. For instance, an untrained emotional support dog may not be able to control itself around somebody else's emotional support cat. An emotional support snake may be very interested in somebody else's emotional support hamster. So these kinds of public encounters could not only pose threats to the ESA owners, but it may also pose a threat to the animals themselves. You also have health issues to take into account as well. Trained service animals will not go to the bathroom in public, nor will they pose a risk for biting or scratching another person. Different animals can also present different problems for people with allergies. That is why Title II and III of the ADA require the animal be housebroken and vaccinated in accordance with state and local laws. People sharing space with animals can create difficult situations with people that suffer from different types of allergies. There are many laws already in place that give service animals way more public privileges than ESAs. In fact, the FHA, or the Fair Housing Act of 1988, states that in cases when a person with a disability uses a service animal or an emotional support animal, a reasonable accommodation may include waiving a no pet or no pet deposit. This animal is not considered a pet, it is considered a service animal. One amendment that is particularly important when it comes to people traveling with their service animals is Title II and III of the ADA. This law makes it clear for people with disabilities that even if there is a no pet policy, they are still able to travel with their service animal. It is also important to note that no additional fees can be charged because the person uses a service animal. This law applies to people traveling ESA and a service animal, and it is enacted through all forms of public and private transportation. Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act covers federal government facilities, activities, and programs. It also covers the entities that receive federal funding, such as businesses and other public places. I hope I have raised awareness of the importance of emotional support animals and the reasons that they don't have the same privileges as service animals. Many people battle mental illnesses and need something more than traditional medicine alone to help deal with everyday life.